MAPPS is the only association composed of private geospatial firms. With me today at SPAR 2012 is Nick Palatiello, who is the Assistant Executive Director for External Affairs. Nick, what has MAPPS been up to lately? I know you guys just had the Federal Programs Conference. How did that go?
It went very well. We have a lot going on. This is our 30th anniversary year. We were founded in 1982, so 2012 is our 30th anniversary, so there is a lot going on. Our Federal Programs Conference is our 21st ever. It is where our members go up to Capitol Hill and actually talk to the legislators. So we were talking about Map It Once, Use It Many Times, a bill that was introduced recently by Representative Lamborn of Colorado. We started our second state chapter in Colorado, so we have 19 firms that are part of this Colorado chapter. So with that strong contingent of geospatial firms, both private and with everything that's going on in Colorado, there's a lot, and that's why Representative Lamborn wanted to introduce this bill to get the discussion started about what is the government doing with geospatial data and how can we leverage that to really become a more efficient community.
Sure. Now, you guys are doing a lot with the states now. The Colorado chapter is one chapter. You're introducing another chapter here pretty soon. Where does MAPPS intend to expand to?
We intend to expand where our members need this. This is a bottom-up, this is not a top-down phenomena. What happened in Pennsylvania, our first chapter, was there was a need. Pennsylvania is one of only 4 states that does not have a geospatial council. So the rallying point for that was to get a council enacted, and we're pretty close to that. The House bill just passed in Pennsylvania and is moving on in the Senate, and we've got a great coalition of MAPPS members, but also our other partners there. Like you said, we just started Georgia MAPPS. Things are going on in the state of Georgia that there needs to be a little bit more coordination. They have a great council, but there just needs to be a little bit more. And what we're finding in these states is what MAPPS has done at a national level of advocating for the private sector has to go on at the local level as well. All politics are local. So while we're doing great things at the federal level, our members are finding a need at the state and local level as well.
MAPPS obviously has its summer conference coming up, and that's a big deal for you guys. What's on the agenda for the summer conference?
Well, there's a lot of things on the agenda. Probably the number one thing is UAVs. We will have a speaker from FAA talking about the recent law that was passed and how the private sector can be a part of this. So that's probably one of our big things. And MAPPS meetings are always about the business. So it's networking, but it's also about what can you do to help your business. We'll have some teaming sessions, talk about small firms, large firms, small firms, and how the teaming works. We'll have a session with you and our trade media of how do you get exposure for your firm, which is something that looking back on our newsletters from the late 80s is a topic that's been going on for a long time, and it's always how can you market yourself and how can you market yourself better. So MAPPS meetings are a little different. They're about networking, but they're also about the business. There'll be technical sessions, there will be business sessions, and then overall what's going on in the geospatial profession and how can we make it better.
Sounds like a great conference. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.